I wasn't recording Kiasi. Germany Bundesliga Gameweek 10 and predictions. These are going to be the predictions for Germany Bundesliga matches playing this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Today, we are joined with Hunter, who is going to be giving us the predictions for these Germany Bundesliga matches. So, Hunter, if you're there, let us get started without wasting further time.
Okay, first of all, hello to our fans out there. Welcome once again. I'm going to take you through the highlights or overview of the Game Week 10. That is the Bundesliga Game Week 10. And just to start, let us get to the first game. That is Darmstadt versus Bochum. That is set to be played later today. And quickly looking at both two teams, Darmstadt lost heavily last weekend when they were out. They lost heavily to Bayern Munich, for which I understood the red card, the two red cards they received in that match really affected them and made the Bayern Munich to hammer them. And they're meeting in another team that drew against Mainz. That is Bochum that drew against Mainz. That is 2-2 scoreline. So looking at both teams, I'm expecting goals to run into this game. And the position of the two teams, Darmstadt is at position 14 with possible 7 points, while Bochum is at position 16 with possible 5 points. Mm-hmm. So looking at both teams, I'm backing a Bochum win in this match. And my scoreline prediction would be Darmstadt 1, Bochum 2. But my tip for the day would be a BTS, that is both teams to score, will be definitely evident in that match. Then moving out to the second game, we have FC Cologne versus Augsburg. And FC Cologne, just to give you an overview, is at position 17 with possible 4 points, while Augsburg is at position 10 with possible 11 points. Augsburg, they've been in a good form in that they won the last weekend. They were out against Wolfsburg, and we have seen them winning their 2 games, while Cologne, they've been struggling of late. They lost the game that they had the last weekend. They were out. And looking at both teams, if you look at head-to-head of both teams, Cologne have been getting the better side of Augsburg. And my tip will be at least Cologne to bounce back. But having known how Augsburg is in the form, but when they do meet, Cologne have always been the better side. So I'm backing a Cologne win with a 3-1 scoreline in that match. And my tip will be an over 2.5 goals in that match, definitely. Then we are moving to the third game. That is Freiburg versus Monchengladbach. And Freiburg stands at position 8 with possible 13 points, while Monchengladbach stands at position 11 with the 9 points. So looking at both teams, Freiburg struggled last weekend and they lost to Bayer Leverkusen. That's a team that Bayer Leverkusen is the league leaders currently, and it is a team that has been in form. And Freiburg would be looking to at least to bounce back from that defeat, while Monchengladbach won comfortably last weekend with a 3-1 scoreline. So at least they're looking to build on that momentum. And looking at both teams, no team will want to lose this particular game, and that's why I'm going for a draw in this match. I'm going for a draw of a scoreline of 2-2. Yeah, and my tip will be a BTS, that is both teams to score in that match, because I'm well aware, because when both teams meet, at least they do score against each other. BTS is always evident in that match, so BTS is evident in that match. So both teams to score will finally get you a win in that match. Then moving to the fourth game, that is the Bundesliga fourth game, that is Hoffenheim versus the league leaders, that is Bayer Leverkusen. And Hoffenheim stands at position 6 with possible 18 points, while Bayer Leverkusen is at position 1 with possible 25 points. Xabi Alonso, I must give credit where it is due. He has organized the team, and the team are playing well. And they have taken Bundesliga by surprise. And if they continue with this good run, at least they'll be able to play in the Champions League, because currently they're in the Europa League. And I'm agitating that if they continue with this same form, at least this will give them at least to get their hands on the title, or to finish in the top 3. which will allow them to play in the Champions League. With the current form that both teams are in, I expect also goals to run, and I expect Hoffenheim. First of all, Hoffenheim played against Dortmund the last time they were out in the Bundesliga, and they lost with a scoreline of 0-1. And also Bayer Leverkusen, when they were out, they played the Freiburg, and they got the better side of Freiburg in that they beat Freiburg 2-1. So I expect them to continue that fine form and get a win against Hoffenheim. And I'm backing a 1-3 scoreline in favor of Bayer Leverkusen. And my tip of the day will be a win for Bayer Leverkusen. That is team 2 to win, definitely. Then just to give an overview again, we are moving to the 5th match. That is Bundesliga 5th match. And that is between Mainz and RB Leipzig. If you look at both teams, Mainz stands at position 18 with possible 3 points, while RB Leipzig stands at position 5 with possible 20 points. And looking at both matches, I've seen that Cologne sometimes they become a very difficult opponent when RB Leipzig do meet them. And oftentimes RB Leipzig often wins narrowly, or Mainz always sometimes get the better side of RB Leipzig. The last time these two teams were out in the Bundesliga, RB Leipzig played Cologne, of which they comfortably won with a scoreline of 6-0. While Mainz drew last weekend when they were out to Bochum, they drew with a scoreline of 2-2. So I'm expecting a thrilling match in this game, and I'm backing an RB Leipzig win narrowly. That is with a scoreline of 1-2. That is Mainz 1, RB Leipzig 2. And my tip for the day, I'll go for an over 2.5 goals in that match. Thank you. Then now we're moving to the 6th match. That is the Bundesliga 6th match. That is we have struggling Union Berlin against Frankfurt. Union Berlin, they will not add that season that they will have loved as compared to last season that they were flying high and got the opportunity to be playing in the Champions League. They are currently at position 15 with possible 6 points, and Frankfurt stands at position 7 with 14 points. Union Berlin, I don't know why it was a problem, because this is a team that last season took Bundesliga by surprise. Because with that, they got to be awarded with playing in the Champions League now, but that is not showing up. It seems that they are not ready for the top flight games, like playing in the Champions League and combining it with the Bundesliga, because they've been a form of LL that is losing almost every game. And looking at both teams, I think the last time Union Berlin were out to Stuttgart with a scoreline of 1-0, while Frankfurt drew to Dortmund with a 3-3 scoreline. So looking at both teams, at least with the current form that Union Berlin are in, I think Frankfurt need to capitalize on that. And I'm backing a Frankfurt win with a comfortable win of 0-2. That is Union Berlin 0, Frankfurt 2. Then my tip will be an over 1.5 goals in that match, definitely. Then we are moving to the 7th game. That is Bundesliga 7th game. That is Dortmund versus Bayern Leverkusen. Dortmund versus Bayern Munich. This is another game that is difficult, and it is a game to decide which team at least to go up and at least get their hands on the trophy. Remember, Dortmund last season flipped in the last game and gave away the trophy to Bayern Munich. And both teams, quickly just to give you an overview, Dortmund are at position 4 with 21 points, while Bayern Munich is at position 2 with possible 23 points. Both teams never started well when the season began, but at least now they're starting to pick up. Dortmund, they're coming out after frustration with a draw 3-3 against Frankfurt, while Bayern Munich are coming into this game after winning 8-0 comfortably last weekend. But you have to understand that during the midweek, they surprised many, in that many were surprised with their loss to a League 2 side. And I think Bayern Munich will want that aura at least to get behind them. They will love to put that aura behind them. at least to get a win against this side. And that's why I'm backing at the Bayern Munich win with a scoreline of 1-3. And my tip of the day will be Bayern Munich win, definitely. Team 2 to win, definitely. Then we're moving to the 8th game. That is Wolfsburg versus Werder Bremen. And Wolfsburg, they're at position 9 with 12 points, while Werder Bremen are at position 12 with 9 points. And both teams, Wolfsburg played in midweek, and they got the better side of RB Leipzig in that they won and knocked RB Leipzig out of the cup. And while Werder Bremen also got the better side of Union Berlin in the midweek, they beat Union Berlin 2-0 the last time they were out the Bundesliga. And looking at both teams, I expect a thrilling game. I expect goals to be raining in that match. And that's why I'm going for a draw of a scoreline of 2-2. Yeah. Then my tip will be an over 2.5 goals in that match. Then the last game, that is the last game to wrap it up for the game week 10, Bundesliga game week 10. The last game to wrap it up will be Heidenheim versus third place Stuttgart, which is a team that has taken Bundesliga by surprise. Also, same as Bayer Leverkusen, they're at position 3 with the 21 points. That is Stuttgart. Then where Heidenheim stands at position 13 with the 7 points. Looking at both teams, the home team lost the last time they were out. They lost to Monchengladbach. And while Stuttgart won comfortably to 1-0 victory against Union Berlin. And I'm backing the away team at least to get another win in this match to continue with their good form. Because looking at both teams, the home team have been struggling a lot. And I'm backing my scoreline prediction will be 0-2 in favor of Stuttgart. Then my tip will be team 2 to win. That is Stuttgart to win in that match. So just to give you an highlight, that was the Bundesliga game week 10 predictions. You can analyze them, at least get to know which teams. I can also have your opinions on which games you love to bet on and which teams at least will give you a win this coming weekend. Bundesliga is a league that always plays a lot of goals, in that over 2.5 goals is always evident in majority of the matches. Only a few matches fail to deliver on that. And just the games to highlight on, go for Bayer Leverkusen win, Stuttgart win in this game week. You can also back the RB Leipzig and Mainz game over 2.5 goals. Then definitely you can give Bayern Munich win also in that game week 10. Just to our fans, let me get it back to my host. That is the math better. Let me have your opinion. Back to you on studio.
Thank you very much, Hunter. I've seen your games and predictions for the game week 10 Germany Bundesliga matches, and I must mention that I agree with you on Hoffenheim versus Bayern Munich, in which Bayern Leverkusen, Hoffenheim versus Bayern Leverkusen. I agree that Bayern Leverkusen are in a position to be winning, so I'm okay with that one. And then Freiburg coming up against Borussia Monchengladbach. On that one, I also agree with you that both teams to score is the perfect option for that day. Now, those are the only additions I have for the Germany Bundesliga game week 10 matches. Now, I think that is a wrap. We'll be seeing you soon with the Italy, Serie A predictions. Until next time, ensure you are subscribing. And remember to stake responsibly, pick only a few matches. And most importantly, edit the picks to your safest betting option. That is all I can say as we wrap up the Germany Bundesliga Game Week 10 predictions and betting team.